across the spectrum and around the globe, we bring you World Combat Sports.
World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah.
Yo, shout out to the hottest shot in the MF and game, A-Side official. No negotiations needed, period. WCS back in the building. Let's get right down to the task at hand, man. We got some topics on deck. You see the thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? It's been some people that speculating this would be a perfect time for Errol Spence to come back and fight Keith Thurman. Both of them been out the ring for a good little bit, you know. Prior to Keith Thurman stepping in there with Brock Jarvis. And then we have Mauricio Suleiman, the president of the WBC World Boxing Council. From what we've been able to witness as of late, there's a internal power struggle that's going on against the shakers and movers, as they call it, big dogs, if you speak in business slang. You know what I'm saying? There is some clash, some internal clashes that's going on, conflict of interests. It seems like what's been in place for quite some time, certain individuals want to keep it that way, but they just don't have the paperwork to do so. That's what happens when you have an open-ended system. It allows anybody and everybody to get open-ended prizes. And that's what we're seeing right now. We're going to get back to it. Let me start off by Edgar Berlanga versus Jonathan Gonzalez. It's official, y'all. Edgar Berlanga is due to step back in the ring in Florida. Now, if you missed my live stream, I briefly touched on this where when it comes down to some conflict. It comes down to the roster assignment as far as to how the fight card, who's coming out when. And we all know Edgar Berlanga represents the Puerto Rican fan base, and he's residing down there in Florida, right? But the wildest part about it is that Edgar Berlanga may have overstepped or assumed that his second place win versus Canelo Alvarez would have catapulted him to be able to start making calls. You know, he has one more fight with Matchroom. And look, when it's sometimes when it's the last of anything, you say to yourself, man, hey, they should know already. It's my last fight with Matchroom. But from what I understand, Matchroom was trying desperately to get Edgar Berlanga to sign a multi-fight deal. Edgar may be at a point in his career where he's looking at it like, and let me see, can I bamboozle them? You know what I'm saying? I went in there and I came in second. Second's not a bad place, right? It only looks bad when it's only two competitors. So he went in there and went the distance with Canelo Alvarez, and he felt that another fight that people don't want to see in his hometown, he can make the call because, you know, he's kind of proven that he has a Puerto Rican fan base. So it would be a no-brainer to have him as the main event down there in Florida. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was assuming. Shout out to Carlos in the building. What's good? I thought, you know, that's what I was assuming with Edgar Berlanga. The way he was portraying it was, you know, I have a fan base that rock with me heavy. I'm residing down here in Florida. I can definitely get the tickets jumping. But they did him. They did him something filthy. They did him something filthy. Yeah, they did. They did him something filthy, y'all. They reminded Edgar Berlanga. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta shake hands and do those grip and grin photos and be respectful to those who have fed you in the past. And what I mean by fed, he had a very wholesome purse that was put on the table for him. You know what I'm saying? He had the highest payday of his career. So they like, hey, we provided you the opportunity of a lifetime to step in with Canelo Alvarez and earn the biggest check of your career, but yet you trying to abandon us? You trying to show us something like you're out and we supposed to satisfy you? No, we're gonna put Ammo Williams. They're gonna put Ammo Williams, y'all. Austin Williams, 17-1-0. Him and Edgar Berlanga, at the end of the day, have only one loss. But Austin Williams versus Patrice Volney, 19-1. They put them as the main event. Now, some people may say, well, no one's really looking for Jonathan Ortiz. I don't know. I don't know what they're looking for. All I can tell you is a lot of people know Edgar Berlanga. A lot of people know Austin Williams. I would say Berlanga has the larger fan base. No doubt about it. Plus, his guy Pablo Valdez is on the card. For those of you that know, he rode with Pablo hard. But these guys would more than likely would have wanted to be on the main card just because they at home. You know what I'm saying? They on their stomping grounds, y'all. But see, Eddie Hearns ain't no chump. And he said, you're not going to play me like that. You don't want to provide us an opportunity to get you better fights in the future. We're gonna put you on the co-main event. Look, it would have been too much of a black eye if they would have put him 3 or 4 down the main card. They put him as the co-main event, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You still got some bruising going around there, but it's not a black eye. Like they would have did. They would have put him deep on the main card. They put him co-main event, got some bruising going on, discoloration. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of tint. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of tint. And boy, I know Edgar Berlanga was something mad. Boy, I know Edgar Berlanga was something mad, God damn it. I ain't gonna lie. But let's talk about something right quick. I just have a question. So this is Edgar Berlanga squaring up against Jonathan Ortiz. And he had on a shiesty mask, hoodie, whatever reason. Don't get me to trying to figure this shit out. It's not something I choose to do, man. I don't find it to be a complicated issue, except that olive green purse is hanging off his shoulder. Fellas, you are not going to have me up here trying to, sugarcoat something that you feel that's appeasing to you. I just don't see it. Like, how does this a backpack? What's wrong with a backpack? You got a warm-up suit on, hoodie, shiesty mask. What's up with a backpack, man? Not a bright-ass freaking pocketbook. Damn, I guess when it comes to, fashion, it's accepted by certain people. But that olive pocketbook, at the end of the day, it's not my fashion. You know what I'm saying? It's not an acquired taste for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it has to do with a freaking face off. I don't know, fellas, and I'm not trying to find out either. All I know is I do have something, to say about it, because I don't know what it has to do with a knockout. I mean, with a face off, and you getting a knockout or winning the fight. What does a purse have to do with that face off? Damn. They say wisdom come over time, man. I don't fucking know, bro. That shit's That shit's irked me. Let's move on to Mauricio Suleiman. He's been a primary player of the sanctioning bodies, okay? And WBC has a governing body. And Mauricio is a made man. His dad was in the business, and Mauricio was in the business. He's a made freaking man. All right? But he's been a part of a system where he's been able to thrive. Mauricio has been known for his checks and you know, his X's and his O's, so to speak. Now we get to a point where we have 3 heavy hitters that's joining forces. And the reason why the sanctioning bodies may be feeling a little bit feverish about this is because they have no say-so in it. Because this is why I tell people the most genius part about this, and it's not even genius because it's not like it hasn't been done. It's already been in place with the UFC. But the great part about this change is that they're not emulating the format of boxing that's already been in place. That's why it's going to cause separation and divide with TKO Boxing Promotion and the sanctioning bodies, because TKO Boxing Promotions, they don't want the sanctioning bodies. They're trying to do away with all the saturation, okay? The noise. They're trying to do away with all that belt noise. They want clear HD. They want people to be able to know who's the champion, reigning, defending. They want to compress. I mean, compress, condense these titles. They want to reduce these titles down to a single title. They want to take away the plural and allow it to be a single title per division. Not only that, this tells the sanctioning body, you won't be a part of this transition. We don't need you no way, shape, or form. Now, I even mentioned on a previous live how I said that the WBC, it would be good if they kept the WBC around because of the belts that they create, the style and everything. I do find it, you know, their belts to be attractive. The WBC has some of the most attractive belts, well-designed belts that's out there. But with the sanctioning body, there's a fee. That fee has been in existence for quite some time. And TKO, they're not trying to go through that no more. They're not trying to goddamn fill the pockets of these sanctioning bodies no more. People can say what they want about Dana White, but at least he has the cojones to, first of all, be one of the contributing factors of developing the UFC's format, and from the weight classes to the belt system, nothing alike. Like I was saying the other day, their lightweight division in the UFC is 155 pounds. In boxing, the lightweight division is 135 pounds. A significant difference. A significant difference. Okay? From 35 to 45 to 55. There's a 20-pound difference. And boxing fans, they have a problem with it. They have a problem with something that they're not going to be able to come to the table. There's no mitigation in this. None of this. They're going to have to get used to it. And Mauricio Suleiman, first he was feeling some type of way about Turki Al-Sheikh not allowing his belts into the frame. But he came out with this right here. I truly believe that the multi-billion joint venture that is supposed to be TKO and the UFC and WWE and what His Excellency has done in just under 2 years, it should be a great thing for the sport. Well, it's not too much of a great thing if one of the leading sanctioning bodies of the coveted WBC belt is not a part of that. because Mauricio look at it like, hey, that's a lot of money that's gonna go into there. I love to be a part of it. That's one way. If you look at something, just imagine this: you being a sanctioning body, and boxing thrives off what? Champions. And with those champions, it's good to have a belt to get you what? Considered in the rankings, right? And also your legacy. It allows your portfolio to be built, especially when you have championship belts. It's much different than mixed martial arts. But also with being a champion, whether you have one belt or more than one belt, there are sanctioning fees that have to be paid right off the top when you're headed into a fight. And that's where you heard Errol Spence Jr. in Beverly Hills ask for the first time, why do they have to pay sanctioning fees? What's wrong with this 3%? Because I believe that him as a unified champion, I know this. It's not that I believe. I know this for a fact, right? When he finally was awakened, when everything was going on, he hired Adrian Clark of Fighters First Management, and they really started to have that conversation between each other. So I believe at that time, Errol Spence, being that he had been in the sport for quite some time, he really never volunteered to pay attention. He never really just took the time to pay attention as to the potential money that he was throwing away, outside of the first negotiations that him and Crawford had. I truly believe once he began to hear the numbers being broken down, and he says, no way. And then they explained to him the sanctioning body fees based off a guesstimate purse. Let's just say, Spence, if you make 15 million, immediately before you see any of it, you have 3 belts. So you got to take 3% per sanctioning body and pay them right off the back. That money's gone. What is that money going to? Spence asked. Who knows? It's going to the sanctioning bodies, filling their pockets. You're basically paying to hold a belt. Being that you earned that belt through blood, sweat, and tears. You threw punches, received punches. You went through a rigorous fight camp. You broke your body down and built it back up. When they announce you as champion. But then on the flip side of it, you paying to be announced as champions. You know what I'm saying? You're paying that fee. And that's a part I don't think a lot of fighters pay attention to, because they just happy to be champions. That's why I always praised Tank Davis on not giving a damn about championship belts, because money will always stretch a further distance than you just showing somebody, hey, look at my belt, and you stretch it out all of what, a foot and a half. You stretch your belt out, but money will always benefit you more. And the fact that let's get something straight about the new promotion. And I said this the other night on Space, right? For those of you that has a muggy reality about change, peep this out. It's a lot of what we have gotten used to over the time with boxing. I get it. All right. It's not hard. It's not hard to figure out. A lot of us has gotten used to certain things over boxing, and you don't want to see anything different. But when you have a system that allows people to come in and create their own promotion, there's nothing to stop it. It's just you have the Aliak out there buoyant for quite some time, where it prevents a single individual for holding 3 hats that may potentially, be considered scamming a fighter. But that's not even the biggest part of it, though. That's not even the biggest part of it. It's just with the way boxing has been for quite some time, the primary reason that you tune in to certain people's channel, have you ever paid attention? When you tune in, it's always something that these content creators of boxing fans they don't like. It's always something that they don't like. You know what I'm saying? Mauricio Suleiman don't like the fact that his champion, Canelo Alvarez, who he was allowed to petition and offer the first franchise belt, he feel that he's helped out Canelo for quite some time. Right? But it's not like Turkey Ellis Sheik just said, like Riddick Bowe. He said, no, I'm throwing it in the trash. No, it's just the card itself is a Ring magazine card, a ring card. Okay? So therefore, he's following proper format not to include the WBC title in that. I mean, that's his shit. He purchased it. It's just like Mauricio Suleiman. You're not going to find another sanctioned body out here making WBC belts with their name on it, right? So, of course, he felt some type of way. Of course. But Mauricio has been in the game for quite some time. He should understand. And this is the muggy reality I was talking about. You fans, you have to get it in your head that TKO Promotions is not going to be able to draft every big name fighter that's in the sport. It's not going down like that. It's not going down like that. You need to understand and give yourself some clarity. That's not happening. The weight divisions that they're trying to put out is much different. Some fighters are going to have to say, I'm just going to stay over here. TKO Promotions is not changing the whole entire scheme. You know what I'm saying? The entire spreadsheet of what we've been used to, the documentation, administrative logistics of boxing, how it's been going on a decade. They're not changing that shit. They're just telling you that what they're creating, their entire application is going to be different. You know what I'm saying? The weight classes are not going to be the same, period. Let me let you see this right here. All right, hold on for a second. Let me see, can I pull up this document right quick? Where is it? Where is it? Somehow I deleted it. But what I was trying to say is, once again, the critics will excoriate Dana White based off information they already know. Why you keep saying the same thing on how he criticized boxing? If there's any type of advice I can give you all, don't try to act like you're coming over the top and basically addressing Dana White as if you're the first to do it, based off information that's been floating around about him forever and a day. That man is not going to be stopped. You can't stop him. Like, you talking about somebody who went through the highs, the lows, and then the highs. He went through the low with the UFC. Damn near about to lose that motherfucker. UFC was about to be a non-conversation. It was about to be a no conversation, bro. They were struggling when it came to the network, the numbers. And they survived. So you think now that he survived with the UFC and also phasing out some Japanese promotions and seeing the neighboring promotions here, Bellator, and dissolve and be a part of the PFL, and them dissolving Strike Force, dissolving WEC, The WEC champion out to grandfather themselves over to the UFC and have a title fight? You think somebody with the stature and experience to weather the storm like Dana White gives a damn about what y'all saying about what he's doing with Turkey Al-Sheikh? We're talking about a guy who was with the UFC before Endeavor purchased it for like 4 billion. All I'm saying is I'm trying to help y'all not waste your time and change up your whole like numbers when it comes to your blood pressure. Not to make yourself dizzy. This man is certified official. Dana White is certified official. Y'all up here crying about, him coming over here for boxing. Y'all wasn't crying to get boxing to work as a unit, to work as an organization, as a single entity. These same people that's up here crying about TKO boxing promotion should understand that they're coming, Dana and them coming in here with the same structure that Turkey Al-Sheikh co-signed. Turkey Al-Sheikh is the one that started talking about, I don't want all these belts. I don't like. And then you see him over there at the UFC card, and you say to yourself, well, if you was paying attention, oh, there's some shit going on right here. He's up there with Donald Trump, the president. People can feel the way they felt. They couldn't do shit about it. UFC cards, the president is right there. All I'm saying is, he coming over here with a new format when the UFC already have a similar format. The only reason that people feel some type of way because they feel like, they messing with the weight classes. That's not cool. Yes, it is cool. Because at the end of the day, as content creators, we really don't fuck with all the 17 divisions like that. We don't. You just want something to be said about change. Change, rearrange, change. In many language, but the one we understand is English change. You know what it's about. You might find it undesirable, but Dana is giving you the same format that he did when the UFC was coming up. His whole purpose was not to mirror boxing. He didn't need their belts. He didn't need their weight class definition. The 135 is going to be this. No, he made his own weight classes. Yeah, you might see some terminology that's similar. Featherweight, lightweight. You know what I'm saying? Bantamweight. Welterweight, middleweight. Light heavyweight. Of course. That right there is similar when it comes to the descriptive banner. But below that banner, when it comes to the numbers, it's different. And to be honest, y'all, come on now. Stop pretending. Stop pretending that y'all can have change with these complicated, stubborn views of y'all. You can't do shit about it. Every fighter in boxing is not going to be a TKO boxing promotion. I mean, that's a plus you should run with. Put it in your pocket and go. Every fighter that you know that you consider a big name fighter is not going to be a part of TKO boxing promotion. Let's be real with ourselves. There's no way that TKO is going to take over. Now, once again, I want to express this, right? I want to express this to you. Not only is every big name not going to be in TKO boxing promotions, but if that is indeed true, that I mentioned, what I just mentioned, you also have to know that when you say the format is not going to work for boxing because there's too many fighters. See, now you're basically blending in confusion. Now you're acting like you're not processing the whole situation. Now you're trying to act like, okay, they're monopolizing the sport, knowing damn well it's not overall encompassing. In all of its totality, they're not sweeping the boxing community globally, and every single fighter will be under TKO boxing promotions. So therefore, let's debunk it's too many fighters over here in boxing for them to do that. No, that's, you don't know the numbers of boxing. You don't know. You have other promotions globally outside of the U.S. grid that have boxers in their promotion. Do we compare how many boxers are on Queensberry, Matchroom, comparable to the promotions that's over here? No. But they exist. Other promotions exist. Even on a mid-tier, the low-tier regional level, they exist, right? Do we compare how many fighters they have signed to the promotion? No. No. Now, another balancing act they attempt to do is they will ask about the fighters over there in the UFC promotion compared to the fighters over here in boxing. No, you can't do that. That's stupid. That's you play dumb games, you get dumb prizes. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes now. You know damn well you cannot take the UFC fighters and compare them to boxing. Boxing has never, ever been a single mass or organization that you can say within this bubble right here is boxing. Boxing will never be placed in a bubble. They don't even want to regulate the sport. So what I'm trying to tell you is when the promotion does happen, you keep saying it's too many fighters in the sport of boxing, which makes no sense because you don't know the correct number of boxers that will be able to sign with TKO promotions. All we know is the sanctioning bodies is not going to be a part of that shit. It's over. It's over. You can get your inter perspective. It's cool. It's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? Intro perspective, rather. You can give your own views and all that, but I'm trying to provide you not a highway. I'm not trying to provide you a highway. I'm just trying to provide you with an open, grade of terrain, and say, hey, you can put places where you want. You can give the imaginative, frame however you want it with that open terrain, the landscape. I want to give you as much landscape to try to figure this shit out yourself. I'm gonna help you out. Boxing has been a huge landscape for quite some time. I want you to understand if you put certain chips, down there when it comes to boxing, just like if you playing chess, right? You have so many boxing promotions. And within those boxing promotions, there's fighters. We don't have the documentation with every boxing promotion and the fighters assigned to them, or what's the numbers of those fighters, right? This is the same thing with TKO boxing promotion. Just let it go. Just draw your line of demarcation and let it go, bro. Because he's not sweeping every single fighter over to the promotion to monopolize a sport that's not even regulated. The sport is not even regulated. The sport doesn't even have a governing body. But y'all going over and beyond as if, y'all trying to, you trying to act like you have all the coordinates down. You know what I'm saying? All your GPS coordinates saying we're going to land right here, buddy. You're saying when you say something's not good for boxing, just look at the Keith Thurman fight. Just look at the Keith Thurman fight. Hold up. Where's my thumbnail I want? Look at the Keith Thurman fight right quick. This is boxing, y'all. Where a fighter can be out 3 years, come back and fight a young fighter and win. And look impressive. Now, if it was another fighter's name that came off 3 years and fought somebody like Brock Jarvis, they would be criticizing the shit out of him. Oh, he was a nobody. He was a bum. This is boxing, y'all. Boxing allow events like this to happen. Boxing allows a 58-year-old Mike Tyson to go in there and fight a fighter in his 20s. That's boxing. So being that is absolutely a fact. Why are y'all upset about another promotion coming over here that y'all can't change a motherfucking thing? You have fights going on in this boxing TKO promotion is not even here yet. Turkey Al Sheik Riyadh season has been putting on cards. You don't hear no fighters complaining. They don't be talking mad shit like they do promoters over here in the U.S. That's another thing. You got fighters up here trashing the promoters. I want to see them do Turkey Al Sheik like that. I want to see them do Dana White like that. Slap the hand that feeds you. That's all I'm saying. Keith Thurman comes back and fight Brock Jarvis, who had already been stopped. Okay? And then they gave him some nice, gooey freaking opponents. And he came back and fought a former unified champion and was stopped in the third round brutally. I mean, they up here talking about he looked like a blown up Ryan Garcia. What does that have to do with boxing? The fact is, Keith Thurman was able to come back and box after being out of the sport. It wasn't like he had an expiration date. He had some fights he had to fulfill in between, this, that, and the other. All I'm trying to say, it's an open door policy. Boxing has so many rooms, it's hard to keep up. You think they have rules, but they don't have rules. Just when you think a commission won't sanction a fight, they do. People was in an uproar when Keyshawn Davis popped dirty for marijuana. The Texas Commission did what? No contest to his fight. But then wasn't the same commission turns around and do what? They sanction Jake Paul. Didn't they? Am I wrong? Let me double check. Aren't they the ones who sanctioned Jake Paul to fight 58-year-old Mike Tyson, but they hit Keyshawn Davis for marijuana and changed his fight to a no contest? But they allowed an older Mike Tyson who was gnawing on his gloves, frowned up, looked uncomfortable, special rules bout, 2 minutes per round. We're talking about males, y'all. We're talking about Mike Tyson, who's the youngest heavyweight champion. We're talking about a legend. Texas Commission allowed that man to come in there and fight Jake Paul. And y'all complain about boxing? You complain about TKO Promotions coming over here, taking over something? You already have MVP Promotions who pretty much built up a different type of protocol where you can be the promoter and be the main event. You know what I'm saying? You're being a promoter and the main event. You don't find that too often. You don't find young promoters in there with the connect Jake Paul does. But the fact that the Texas Commission allowed Mike Tyson to come in there at 58 years of age and fight a youngin like Jake Paul, you know what I'm saying, who was 10-1 at the time, just goes to show you're worrying about the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more you should be concerned about out there, but you're worrying about the wrong thing. Now, back to Keith Thurman. There are some people out here that are praising the shit out of Keith Thurman for beating Brock Jarvis. Where in the hell is this praise coming from? Did y'all fall off a motherfucking lawn chair on the back of a pickup truck going 100 miles per hour? What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? How can you put that line item out there and say, hey, man, Keith Thurman is back? Oh, my God, you saw what he did to Brock. Man, come on, bro. This is what I'm talking about. You boxing fans, you want to consider to be hardcore historians. You want people to respect you. I know all this. I know this. I've been studying ever since they gave me a pacifier. They put headphones on me and I've been listening to boxing all my life. All my life I've been Them mother was born in 2000 and something. Shit. They up here trying to convince people that what they saying makes sense. Hey, man, you got to look at it like this. He only had one loss. No. It's a lot of boxers out here that has one loss, and y'all tell them they need to retire. I must go back to my boy Deontay Wilder after he lost to Tyson Fury. You say he need to retire. I still remember that shit grudgingly. But lo and behold, and YTC janitors coming in and try to clean this mess up, yo. Boy, did they try to come in here and clean that up. They was talking mad shit about Keith Thurman. He can't stay together. He's a broken fighter. He should retire. He's always getting injuries. This, that, and that. Finally, Keith Thurman makes it back to the ring, and now they on the Keith Thurman train. Now Keith Thurman comes back and fights somebody after being a unified welterweight champion, and they say, you know what? Man, what about Errol Spence? Let's see Keith Thurman, Errol Spence right now, because Keith Thurman look good. God damn, Keith Thurman look good. Did you see him beat up Brock? Oh my God, bro. I ain't expect him to look that good. I mean, come on now. And you wonder why you're mad that other entities are walking around the sport that you consider your sport and making moves without your permission. It's things like this, the wishy-washy, the sometime, the disloyalty, you know what I'm saying, switching up all the fucking time. This is it right here. Keith Thurman's been gone for 3 freaking years, and he comes back and fight a nobody, and y'all up here saying, is he ready for top competition? Is he? Well, what I seen, his combinations was crisp, sharp. Ain't he ready? The motherfucker start playing Creed music in the background. There's going to be challenges that you have to put your mind to. The wall is higher than you ever imagined, but you have to push through it. You have to find a way to get over the wall. And you can't go over the wall, you got to go through it. That's what challenges are. Yeah, they start goddamn putting in Creed music just based off Keith Thurman beating Brock, a fighter that no one really gave a crap about. Keith Thurman made the promo, face-offs, everything. Then he came here and got the job done. They say, man, his shit looked crisp, dog. He looked like the Thurman of old. You got to understand, his competition was C to D level competition. Now you calling for a fighter that's been out since July 29th. No, I'll take that back. July 30th. Since July 30th, right? It's going over past a year and a half. You want them two to finally fight. Imagine how certain things change, boy. The reason why WCS is putting it out there, not to be a mully grub, but I'm saying it was at one point in time that y'all would never, ever, 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 never, ever, 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 never, 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 never say for Errol Spence to fight someone like Brock Jarvis. Never, ever, ever, ever fight somebody like Keith Thurman, who was out the ring. No, you say, oh, no. He don't deserve a title fight with Errol because he ain't proven. He's been out the ring. We ain't seen him step in there, be consistent. He's just been talking. You know, they were saying, no, Errol's out here. He doing all the heavy lifting. No, man, fuck that Keith Thurman shit, man. Fuck that. He had his chance. He didn't want to offer, Errol Spence a shot. Fuck him. But now, all of a sudden, that the calendar days have changed. The Omaha Monster have shut down the O on that boxing ledger. He's erased that shit. And there's been a hiatus. There's been some cameo appearances with him jumping in the ring with Sebastian Fundora and his previous fans. Peek their eyeballs out of the goddamn shelters they was in. Huh? Is he about to fight? Y'all seeing this up here? No, man, my Wi-Fi service down here sucks. Come up here. You can see the TV through the window of the world-class furniture store. Look. Go ahead. He's saying he's gonna fight Sebastian Fundora. They was happy as shit that Errol Spence may somehow return. But man, that shit been falling through. So what I have to say, why haven't y'all been able to find out any information as to why EJ, besides him putting out them tweets saying he'll come back when he feel like it? Why hasn't none of them cats that got his number and shit been able to lock this in? Y'all want to see him face Keith Thurman right now, for real? Damn. That's crazy. Y'all just putting, Errol Spence out there to the slaughter. Because look, his motto is no tune-ups, right? But somehow, some way, man, he wasn't able to get in there with Sebastian Fundora, so he might need a tune-up. I don't know. But all I'm saying is, they up here talking like they want to see this fight ASAP. They want to see the Truth, Big Fish, Strap Season, the Boogeyman come back and fight one time, sometime, no time, based off his performance against Brock Jarvis, y'all. Yeah, I said it. Put some respect on his name when you mention Brock. Come on now. Pure, uncut violence took place in 2+ rounds. Don't look at Keith Thurman as a demigod. Sit him high up on the crown in the pantheon of boxing. You all have returned to the graces of Keith Thurman based off one fighter with a C to D level opponent. Now the fighter that should have never in a long time, y'all would never force Errol Spence to fight him because you said he was broke. He was injured. Now all of a sudden, they saying, I talked to my people and everything. We want Errol Spence to fight Keith Thurman. That'll be a great fight. This is the fight they want to see. Yeah. I mean, okay, that's all good. Okay, because I don't have no skin in the game. All I'm saying is just make sure your boy's healthy and understand that we don't want to see any more ring cameo appearances unless you're going to fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with Keith Thurman facing Errol Spence. It's just the impulsiveness, the anxiousness, the eagerness of these boxing fans being absolutely confused right now. Part of their mind is on TKO and the switch. Part of their mind is with goddamn Riyadh season. Another part of it is some of their favorite fighters are not stepping in the ring and they don't know where they at. NINI, no impact, no idea. The Charlos, nobody know where the hell they are. Errol Spence, nobody know where the hell they at. Erickson Lubin, where are they at? We're looking at the 154-pound division like, who Sebastian Fundora about to fight? We have an understanding who Crawford's going to fight. And for what we hear, Murtazayev, he should be fighting Virgil Ortiz. But the shit ain't popping the way it used to. So they got to go up here and just scrounge around and say, yeah, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence Jr. Yeah, come on, Errol. Prove yourself to us. I mean, Keith Thurman does have a solid resume, though. He's been in there with some names. You know what I'm saying? He did. He got some names on his resume. But damn, I'm kind of taken back, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm kind of taken back that Keith Thurman received all that love in Australia. God damn, maybe they looked at him as the ponytail. Because the Aussie love wearing them ponytails. Maybe it was the skin complexion. I don't know. I just can't put my finger on it. But man, they was cheering the shit out of Keith Thurman. And guess what? Wasn't Brock Jarvis one of theirs? Brock Jarvis was Australian, right? He's an Aussie, right? But goddamn, the way Keith Thurman knocked him the fuck out and hopped up on the ropes, the damn Aussies was treating Keith Thurman like he's a newlywed. We accepted the matrimony. You are binded through our vows over here. We accept you as a Australian resident for what you did in demolishing a hyped up pretty boy Brock Jarvis. We appreciate your efforts. We do. We appreciate your efforts. That's why we are rewarding you with this Medal of Honor as an honorary Australian citizen. We appreciate you there, Keith Thurman. You're back. They look. They probably got down before Keith Thurman even left Australia. Threw him a parade. You know what I'm saying? Strapped up about five to 10 goddamn kangaroos on the front of the motherfucking cart, and then they went hopping around motherfucking the streets, man. Had some poisonous, venomous snakes out there and shit. Man, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. But this shit with Errol Spence, I don't have no skin in the game. Like I said, would I want to see it? I like to see the fight, as long as Errol Spence is healthy. Keith Thurman took 3 fucking years, bro. Errol has been just over a year and a half. We don't know what's going on, but both fighters are guilty. Well, pretty much Keith Thurman is definitely guilty. When he had the belts, he didn't want to fight EJ. And then when it came back around for Thurman to potentially fight, Spence, he was like, no, it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Moving on, bro. WBO officially orders Usyk versus Parker. It's amazing how these events happen. You know what I'm saying? Amazing. Let me go to the chat right quick. It's amazing how these events happen. With Joseph Parker, the fight falling out between him and Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois already being in the ring with Usyk before and losing. They say he quit. A very dark time for Daniel Dubois. Has since recovered from that with his wins over Jarrell Miller, Filip Hrgovic. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua. He's rebound. Salute to him. Salute to him. But they had a fight coming up. Dubois ended up being ill, coming down with a virus or something. The way his sister looked in her last fight, it looked like they had the same virus. God damn it! I didn't want to be insensitive, but she was rolling her eyes like she had Ebola mixed in with some COVID 23-461, a new strand. She was acting like shit. I said, damn, you been hanging around your brother? Now, Joseph Parker knocks out a last-minute replacement of Martin Bacoli. And the WBO officially orders Joseph Parker to fight Oleksandr Usyk. Just get rid of the IBF, because Daniel Dubois, he popped in the picture and popped out the frame. Now, Joseph Parker about to get another title shot. Imagine that. He's about to get another title shot, y'all. And the way he's been looking lately, especially coming off that short notice knockout of Bacoli, it's going to be a lot of people to give him an opportunity, give him a chance. I don't see him beating Usyk. I still see Usyk as one of the best fighters of this era. For real. I see him as one of the best fighters of this era. Truth be told. I see Usyk, when it comes to the best fighter of this era, that includes being over Canelo Alvarez too. That includes being over Terrence Crawford too. Of course, Terrence can go over there and shut all that down and get a win in September. But Oleksandr Usyk is a different breed, dog. How many champions do he have on his resume as of late? From the Joshuas to the Dubois to the motherfucking Fury who beat Wilder. I mean, dude is on the road. Now he's about to fight a former WBO champion who Joshua held this belt for a long time, defeating Joseph Parker in a unanimous decision. That's crazy, bro. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. You already know what it is, man. Damn, BG coming here swinging goddamn dull axes. You know what I'm saying? Samurai swords and say, Thurman will stop Spence. God. Man, the disrespect is real in this boxing community. The disrespect is real. Collins Jr. on deck. What they do? Let Spence retire. That ship is sailed. Man, we have not protesters. We have donors, charitable donors that's here to give Errol Spence a going away care package. I'm telling these boxing fans, they ain't nothing to play with when it comes to loyalty. Sticker Boys Fishing Sport. What's good with it, man? Wow. You have one that's not buying into the Brock Jarvis moment of excitement. He said respectfully, Keith Thurman is a trash. See what I told y'all? I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up, bro. And you want me to get on board with outrage when another promotion come over here? I can't get on board with the outrage, man. Because boxing fans, man, they're not team. They're not a team. They're not. They're not a team, boy. They goddamn unload and come out with weaponry that you didn't think they had, man. Blue in the building. What they do, bro? Damn. He don't wait in line. Somebody said that Keith Thurman can beat Bud yesterday on the panel. See, I mean, I expect that because everybody can beat Bud until they're standing across the ring from him, and the opening bell sounds. I get it. I get it. I get it. It's just like I told somebody the other day. They all about saying that Bud looked a certain way against Madrimov, right? But never gave him credit for 147, stopping spree that he was on. So if he looked like shit at 147, how are you trying to act like he should have did better at 154 when you wasn't willing to give him credit to begin with? God damn it. You didn't want to give a man credit. So to say he looked bad against Madrimov, when did he look good? Because you haters was saying he ain't fought nobody 147. Anyway, Sports Prediction 101 on deck. What it do? What it do? Jamal Neasy on deck in the building. I see you, man. What it do? Spence better get a tune-up definitely before trying to fight Fundora 154. That fight shouldn't even be on his mind. I don't understand how y'all are embarking. You're looking like tyrants, man. No, let me take that tyrant back. You're looking like pirates. Y'all up here acting like pirates, man. Y'all embarking ships trying to take over motherfucking Texas. You know what I'm saying? DeSoto, Texas ship that was out there sailing. Man, he been trying to get in shape, bro. You know how tough it is to goddamn hit the heavy bag and you going over some waves, man? He's been out there trying in seclusion to get back, working on his balance, man. The most extreme way to do that is go out, take sail, hit some white cap waves. You know what I'm saying? Stage 3, stage 4, goddammit. Try to hit the heavy bag. Try to goddamn hit the speed bag when the motherfucking shit is goddamn bobbing up and down over them waves. Man, y'all are so fair weather, boy. For real. Bud would beat Keith Thurman back out the sport for good this time. Hey, man, I'm not even putting Keith Thurman off a Brock Jarvis win in the conversation with Bud Crawford. It's just disrespectful, man. It's disrespectful, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. I can't even freaking verbally navigate Keith Thurman into a conversation where it makes sense and Bud Crawford is in that. No, I can't do that. Then people will say, he's delusional. No, I can't do that. I can't do that to myself. Real talk, I can't. That'd be disrespectful. Seriously, disrespectful. Shout out to Jamal Neezy with the $2 super chat in the building. One love to you, brother. Thanks for always supporting the channel. You already know. Man, where the heck is Prince at, man? He take another goddamn long hiatus, man. You know, what's going on? Why that brother don't have Wi-Fi no more? W says, is this the EJ fans' way to be relevant again? I mean, you might be on to something, bro. You might be on to something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, I need to try to find out if you own to something, man. Charge up my hippocampus with some goddamn old coat hangers plugged into, stick them into a wall outlet. You know what I'm saying? Because, that shit deals with short and long-term memory. Maybe I should goddamn trying to find out. Is this a way that Errol Spence fans are trying to return to relevance? I don't know. But shout out to Parker getting a shot with Oleksandr Usyk, y'all. I like Joseph Parker as a fighter, as a person. I like Joseph Parker, man. I hope really, this fight happen. I'd rather see a healthy Joseph Parker with the momentum that he has. Come in here and give a good show of himself, a good count of himself with the man right now. The man right now is Oleksandr Usyk, bro. That's the man right now, man. For real. Swat Jones in the building, man. I see you. And once again, thanks for that $2 super chat, that Nazy. Folks saying Thurman trash after that beautiful KO versus Jarvis. But check this out. It didn't take him 9 rounds. God damn. He said, didn't take the man 9 rounds versus an electrician. Just saying, shout out to Shakur fan. Bro, Swag, you so condescending. That's conduct unbecoming over here in boxing. You're so condescending. You got me sounding like Stephen A. Smith when LeBron James walked up to him and say, stop fucking with my son. Stop fucking with my son, Bronny. He can play. Man, let that electrician electrify, goddammit. Why you keep mentioning him, bro? You being condescending, bro. Come on, man. He was more than an electrician. He was / part-time boxer. Short notice. You know what I'm saying? This man was hit with several headshots, but never went down from one of them. But his body started to fail, and then it crumbled, and he ended up being stopped. 9 rounds ain't that bad inside of 12. You know what I'm saying, dog? It ain't that bad. 9 rounds. Vice 3. Let me see. You gotta look at it too. Goddamn, it is kind of bad. It's a bad look. It is. It's a bad look because Brock Jarvis was actually a boxer who had a fight camp. You know what I'm saying? And he took him out. And Keith Thurman had been out 3 years. And Chris Stevenson been, fighting and doing that. And then 3. Yeah, it looked all bad. It looked all the way bad, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It looked bad. It looked bad. The heart is wicked, bro. I tell you, these boxing fans, the heart is wicked. Woo! Treason. Goddamn, I be wanting to put in impeachment of some of you motherfucking boxing fans. I be wanting to impeach. Hey, let's move to impeach some of these boxing fans over here, because hearing them complain about other promotions and the way they just goddamn decapitate fighters. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Shakur didn't even have nothing to do with this, Swat Jones. Why are you even bringing up Shakur, dog? Look, his name was just starting to just level out. It was just starting to just chill. You know what I'm saying? People were starting to just hum a little bit. They wasn't speaking his name that much anymore. They was just humming. They was thinking and turning. Yeah, he's an electrician. You know what I'm saying? They was just about to shut up. I wanted that Spence Jr. versus Thurman. Now, hell, at this point, what either of them got to lose, no cap. You know what they say, never say never. Life is a funny way to proving you wrong. Man, like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing the fight. I wouldn't. But right now, Mr. No Tune-Up, I really wanted to see him in there against Sebastian Fundora, hopefully to get him 2 belts. Because I believe that would revive Spence's career if he's able to go in there and defeat Sebastian Fundora. It's not like Fundora hasn't been beat before. I'm just saying if Spence can be out of the ring coming off that defeat to Crawford, then him to get 2 belts, absolutely that would set up a fight with Crawford. It would be all worth it for Crawford for them to meet at a higher division. It's equitable for both fighters. Once again, Spence would be unified. You know, Crawford would have been 3-time undisputed. I mean, it'd be somewhat the same concessions given like it was in July 29, 2023. That's all I'm saying. And now we'll get to hear 154, and they'll probably say, well, yeah, we would have liked it to be at 154 if Spence would have came back within a year of July 29th, 2023. But now he's a 160 pounder. So it's going to be the same thing at 147. Bud Crawford is going to weight train Spence. I mean, we all know he big. He was big when he jumped through the ropes to goddamn confront Fundora. Oh, man, he's 168 pounder now. He's weight drained. He's weight drained, y'all. Crawford loved weight draining his opponents. Oh, man, the audacity, bro. Appreciate you, Blue. Appreciate you. Usyk Parker gonna be the most boring fight ever. No, man, I don't think so, man. You know, Usyk haven't had a boring fight in a minute, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie. His fights with Joshua weren't boring. You know what I'm saying? His fight with Dubois wasn't boring, even though people believe he hit foul play on that motherfucking that blow to the belt line. You know, both his fights with Fury, I think the second was just exciting as man, he on the roll right now, man. I don't have nothing bad to say about Usyk, bro. I had to do it one time. I love Shakur, man. No, don't put love in it. What love got to do with it? No, no. Let's not do that. Let's not be fake, man. No. Let's not bring love into this motherfucking. No. Not only did you mention Shakur's name, but I'm calling Brock Jarvis by his name as a boxer. You didn't even provide that man with the common decency. You say electrician. See, y'all stay instigating that shit, man. Y'all be mad when Shakur pull up with the hoodie on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be mad when Shakur pull up with the hoodie on. Get off my dick. Get off my dick. Get off my D. Get off my D, nigga. Get off my D. Let my hands heal, dog. I had to do it one time, man. Yeah. Swat is high key hating, not low key, high key. He high key hating. For real. Came out the gate, blade swinging. Shout out to TGB in the building. What's good? Usyk versus Park is a fight at heavyweight. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I definitely like that fight. I don't know why I can't see anybody can hate on that shit. But I'm about to do some hating right now. I am. I'm about to do some hating. Let me share screen. I'm about to do some hating. Shout out to the queen herself, Jessica, in the building. How you feeling, queen? How you feeling? How you feeling? Hope you and the fam is doing great. Let me share this with you because I've already made my point on this fighter. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who this guy is, right? Let me frame him. Inoue versus Cardenas. Sunday, May 4th, y'all. Is this a fight that you was in pursuit of? Like, are you shaking your piggy bank saying, you know, I got enough of that? Yeah. I got to see that fight right there. Inoue, who signed a sponsorship deal with Riyadh Season, is set to hit Las Vegas, y'all. T-Mobile Arena versus a fighter that nobody wants to see. This is the monster. I swear to God, I try to tell people, they say I was hating. They say I was hating on Inoue. When I said Lomachenko was one of the most overrated, they said I was hating on Lomachenko. I said Joshua was one of the most overrated robotic heavyweight champions. But Inoue is returning back to the ring to fight Cardenas. Okay? All right? Ramon Cardenas. Let me take you to his box rec right quick because I know you interested in that. You know what I'm saying? I know you interested in that because we're waiting for Inoue to move up to 126 or something, you know, with those names up there. But he's about to fight Ramon Cardenas, y'all. First of all, let me give you a little breakdown. Inoue is 29-0, hosted with 26 knockouts, 31 years of age, alias the Monster, and his KO percentage is 89.66%. All right. He is currently, if you look at the ranking system, he is currently the super bantamweight undisputed at 122 pounds. All right? Okay. If you go to Ramon Cardenas, he had a fight in February 2025 against Brian Acosta, and he went the distance. Okay? He went the distance. I don't know if y'all even care. But he's 29 years of age with a knockout percentage of 53.85%. His record is 23 victories, opposite 1 defeat, and 14 knockouts. That loss came during the year of April 2017 against Danny Flores. All right? So that's just a little brief breakdown of who Inoue is stepping in the ring with. Now, if you look at the ranking system, Cardenas is ranked number 2 in the WBA. Number 2. All right. That's in the WBA. Cardenas is ranked number 7 in the IBF. Okay. Because it's some names up here that, you know, we could say we'd rather see Inoue in there with. Cardenas is ranked number 10th in the WBO. Okay. Cardenas is not ranked in the WBC from what I'm watching. But that's who Inoue is facing next. Inoue's stay busy fight, rather, against number 2 WBA super bantamweight contender Ramon Cardenas is officially for May 4th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Inoue will defend his 422-pound belts against Cardenas. The poster of a Inoue fight does not include Cardenas' picture, okay? Which tells you all you need to know about the matchup. I guess not enough fans know or care who Cardenas is for this picture to be included in this poster. Boxing fans on social media are unhappy with the opponent choice for Inoue. Since 2023, he had 3 consecutive mismatches in fights that were never expected to be competitive. They're starting to despise Naoya Inoue in a way, and it's understandable why. People want to see Inoue start fighting quality opposition that they're interested in seeing. Look at these. Inoue recent opponent, Yejun Kim, TJ Donaghy, Louise Neary. This is the article I actually like at the freaking Boxing News 24. Tomato can circuit, y'all. It looks like to some fans that Inoue's playing it safe, carefully choosing opponents to keep him winning for as long as possible. Since Naoya got rocked by Marlon Tapales 4 fights ago, he's been on the tomato can circuit. Top Rank is trying to turn Inoue into a star in the U.S., and it's not working. While fans love Inoue in Japan, Americans expect more of fighters, and they know when a guy's being fed gimmies. Y'all agree with that? I do. Interestingly, Naoya is saving the good one for Japan and the lesser fight against Cardenas for the U.S. That's a fight that Inoue has been marinating when he doesn't need to. The same with Junto Nakatani. Inoue should be fighting Nakatani now rather than slowly building it. That approach will work if Inoue were facing the killers. But he's not. And it's obviously what the game is. I had to get you, Inoue. Naoya Inoue is among the most powerful, well-rounded fighters I've had the privilege of promoting. Single boxing talent, said Bob Arum. After many years selling out arenas and stadiums in his native Japan, the monster is ready to take over Las Vegas on Cinco de Mayo weekend. Please, come on. Ramon Cardenas is a worthy challenger who has earned this opportunity with several impressive victories. Stop it. Stop. Come on, man. They didn't even put Cardenas. What? No, hold up. It's always some tricky shit. I want to see if he may have been hiding behind the palm trees. Let me see if he's on the roof of one of the motherfucking casinos. No. Let me see. Because, Vegas, it's tricky now. They can put motherfucker peeking his head out somewhere. Prostitution league over there. He might be in there getting his groove on somewhere. Let me see. I don't see him nowhere, dog. I don't see him nowhere. Maybe they thought he was on his way to the photo shoot, and they just went on and snapped the Inoue. You know what I'm saying? I'll check to see if he was up there on the pyramids. Don't see him over there, but that's crazy not to put the man in the promo flyer, dog. You kept him out the picture. And this is the absolute purest bullshit I can tell you. When it comes to us criticizing our own fighters in the U.S., and you have a Inoue about to fight at T-Mobile Arena against a nobody. You know what I'm saying? TCC, Tomato Can Circuit. TCC, goddammit, over. They trying to build up a star over here in the U.S., and you're not fighting a black fighter? I mean, you would have been better off putting him in there with Bruce Carrington or something. Like, you're not even putting him in here with a name that we identify with over here in the U.S. grid. You're having this man fight in Vegas on Cinco de Mayo like he is going to be taking over or something. Like, come on, bro. That's crazy. Wow, that's wild right there. That's wild. But you know the smooth part about it, right? Let me show you the smooth part about it, though. Let me show you the smooth part about this shit. I'm gonna show you the smooth part about it. Let me see. Hold up. The smooth part about it is, I think a lot of people are going to be, not really giving a damn being that, Canelo's on May 3rd, right? Canelo's on May 3rd, and then Inoue's on May 4th on Sunday. This has all the pieces to say that this puzzle is not meant to be that close to a Canelo Alvarez, especially on a Sunday. Now, if it was U.S. critics talking about one of the U.S. fighters doing something like this would be the top of the conversation today. It would be the topic of conversation. What are they doing? Are they out their mind? This, that, and that. It'll be did today, all the way next week, and the week after that, and the week after that. You know what I'm saying? The whole month of April. What are they doing? They can't compete with Canelo. They can't do it. But you notice, they're not saying how dumb this shit is with Inoue fighting that close to Canelo Alvarez as if he can compete. What is the purpose of wasting money? And look, they throw Rafael Espinosa in there with Edward Vasquez for a unification bout. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That might not even be a unification, to be honest. Let me see what he ranked at. Vasquez. I thought Vasquez was a champion. He might not even be a champion. Let me see. Edward Vasquez is ranked number 11th in the WBO. So Espinosa is fighting Edward Vasquez, who's ranked 11th, on a card with Inoue. So both of the champions are fighting. Edward Vasquez is ranked number 73, and Ramon Cardenas ranked number 10. Both are championship fights. Both are championship fights. Right after Canelo goes in there, and being that what Jones said earlier, you have Keith Thurman stopping in 3 rounds, actual boxer, electrician 9 rounds. I wonder what Canelo, how long it's going to be for him to get William Skull up out of there. Will he give him, the good graces of a complimentary knockdown and prepaid Starbucks card, you know what I'm saying, with a coffee cup from Target to let him go to the final bell? I don't know, man. A big part of me saying that I would think it'll be more outcry if it was a U.S. fighter fighting out the Canelo on Sunday, and they're supposed to be this big ass star. You're supposed to be this big star. They trying to make this guy a big star. Riyadh season, sign him to a sponsorship deal, and he's fighting right off the Canelo. Goes in there and goes for a second unification at super middleweight. I mean, the William Skull freaking tarnishment, you know what I'm saying? His blemish or his lack of freaking notoriety don't mean shit compared to Ramon Cardenas and Inoue. Inoue is number 2 up on the pound for pound list. Right? How can you fight at the T-Mobile Arena, number 2 on the pound for pound list, and fight somebody like Cardenas that's ranked number 10th? Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. But I don't hear no outcry for that shit. I don't hear none of that, bro. I'm serious, man. I don't hear no outcry. This is a bullshit ass fight over there in Vegas, and it's a waste of time. I ain't gonna lie, it's a waste of time. Oh, he a taco stand owner. For real. Damn, dog. The way they speak about Inoue, you would think when he comes to the U.S., he would shoot for a top dog in the division. He plays safe as hell for the pound for pound ranking. Bro, I've been saying this about Inoue, and they told me I was being racist. I say, bro, I was over in Japan, man, for damn near 7 years, man. I loved it. What does that got to do with boxing? I've seen combat sports over in Japan. And he ain't living up to the motherfucking the lineage, the cloth that he's supposed to be cut from. Yeah, he can box. But man, why is these boxers being able to cherry pick and ain't nobody holding them to crucial standings, man? I'm talking about deep evaluation. Why aren't they being held to the same standards of ridicule? This dude is just chilling. Oh, monster. This dude is campaigning, holding down residence as a tenant on a pound for pound list, and he's fighting Cardenas, and ain't nobody moving him down the pound for pound list. He's a Japanese Lomachenko. He still got belts. They're gonna keep him up there as high as he want to be. That's all. As high as he want to be. Somehow they're infatuated with this guy. But then it comes to his protest when they say, hey, man, why don't you move up to 26? And, oh, man, Inoue ain't that big, man. Inoue ain't that big at all. I mean, at least 26, you got some hitters there. Real talk. At 26, of course, Fulton, Espinosa, and Angelo Leo. I wouldn't say too much Nick Ball. That'll play right into Inoue's hands. Somebody short arms trying to goddamn press. No, you need somebody that can box. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody that can box, Nick. You know what I'm saying? Put him in there with tall ass Espinosa. Yeah, Espinosa. Javier Espinosa. Put him in there with Stephen Fulton, Angelo Leo. Yeah. Yeah, you coming here fighting at the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas on some chomp style type shit, bro. Chomp. Inoue Clout only transitioned from Japan to the U.S. so far. Inoue only got Cool Boy, but ranked high in the rankings by sanctioning bodies. I don't get it. I like for him to fight Cool Boy Steph at a higher division, though, and see how that tunes up. I mean, Cool Boy Steph, if he gets this fight in the U.S. of A., I think it'll be different. I do. Because people don't know how bad it is if you don't get over there in enough time for that jet lag. That's a long-ass flight from the U.S. Depending on who you are, it can take you a week to get really acclimated and shove off that freaking jet lag. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Man, you be looking dizzy, feeling dizzy. Seriously. No, they did the Godzilla thing because they goofy as hell. Like what does Godzilla over in Japan? Really, old boy wasn't even 6 feet tall. The one that was playing Godzilla back in the day. If you really want to hear some info, he wasn't even 6 feet tall. The man was short as hell. They made Godzilla look like he was huge. But no, there's no Godzilla in Vegas, bro. And you definitely not it. Yeah, for real. TCC over. You got to send it up. You know what I'm saying? I knew he getting tested for PES this fight. In Japan, they don't test the day of the fight. Hey, man, they do a lot of shit over there in Japan. Once again, I tried to tell them when I was over there when going to the mixed martial arts, they wasn't tested. Them fighters was huge. And that's one of the main reasons why they dissolved, because they was trying to bring in new regulations or something over there with drug testing and shit. And that organization dissolved, and a lot of the fighters over there a lot of the U.S. fighters came over to start fighting over here in the U.S. With Strike Force and shit. And eventually the UFC. But they was getting tested over there. A lot of them motherfuckers shrunk. Alistair Overeem shrunk like a motherfucker, boy. Yeah, that's a good question, man. Are they getting tested? I think Inoue's get different stuff, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. 126. I think Fulton looks better than he did going off that motherfucking long ass flight over there. You know, I think he does way better against Inoue this time around. Don't need too much promo. They already fought each other, but I would like him to fight Espinosa too, bro. Lone Ranger, put him in there with a fighter that he had a disadvantage with because he's the monster, right? We can't look at these Paul Butlers. Seriously, man. Like, stop cherry picking. That man's not even cherry picking. They just blatantly goddamn showing favoritism to Inoue. Blatantly, bro. It's crazy. They don't care what you think either. It's almost like Inoue is he has some on them or something. It's like they came over to Japan and they was out there messing around. They took some uninviting pictures, some provocative pictures of some of these niggas. Why are they showing him so much love, dog? Like, what do he have against y'all? You're putting him in Vegas after Nello? That shit don't make no sense. It don't supposed to make sense. It's just, once again, I asked the question, why are y'all getting mad that three figureheads is joining forces to start something when you have shit like this going on? You have boxers that are in the U.S., they fight in Vegas, and they say, man, I ain't paying for that. But what about Inoue, though? Why is Inoue fighting in Vegas on Sunday? And he's not even fighting nobody of reputable freaking confirmation. Somebody that we can get up for, man. He ain't doing none of that shit. It's wild, bro. Seriously, that's wild, man. They forcing a Inoue campaign. Man, just the fact that he signed a promotion or sponsorship deal, rather, with Riyadh Season, for what? For what? For what, bro? That's stupid. I'm not gonna hold you. That's stupid as hell. He get away with that shit. Ain't murder what he getting away with. They're trying to. If it's that easy for a fighter to be a foreign from another country, right? If it's so easy for him to think they can bring him over to the U.S. to be a star, then why hasn't it happened besides Canelo Alvarez? Like, why haven't you put all these emphasis in fighters that's already here fighting in the US of A? Why are you trying to bring another foreign fighter over here to be a star? Usyk, perfect example. Vasily Lomachenko, perfect example. They act like they're not even freaking trying to raise up fighters over here to be a star. They want to bring up a foreign fighter. Why? Because y'all lowballing them? It's something that's the secret is yet to be told. But there's a reason why you have these foreign fighters that's getting so much effort put behind them. If you look at the fighters over there top rank, it's no way that you'll tell me that some of the other names, like for instance, you're trying to tell me Richardson Hitchens, if they was to put him over there in the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas, they'll be saying, no, hell no, man, he ain't fought nobody. Like, all those other fighters is over there. You're going to have them fighting in Vegas? How? Let me see something right quick with Inoue. Let me see something right quick, okay? Okay. I know you've been fighting in Japan a lot, but I want to see something. Um, so Inoue fought at the StubHub Center, Carson, on the West Coast. Okay. Hold up. So he came over here and he fought at the MGM Grand. Jason Maloney. Ooh, one of the Maloney, one half of the Maloney twins. And then he fought at, that was the bubble. That was in October. Let's not forget that. That was during the pandemic now. I bet that was a hell of a crowd there then. And then he fought the Virgin Hotels Las Vegas. Okay. That was June 2021. The rest in Japan. Now he's back fighting Cardenas. Okay. I guess with those two fights that he had over there in the US prior to, earned him the gold ticket. Salute to Inoue. Salute to you, bro. You're being able to reap the benefits off the US market. When other fighters have been over here fighting forever, yeah, they may not be a 4-division champion, but dude, when are you gonna fight? Man, I don't want to even say this, but he coming off to me like he a Japanese Jerome Ennis. The nigga about to have 30 fights, man. God damn, bro. I mean, got one of the weakest undisputed runs at bantamweight. We're not even going to talk about super bantamweight. I'm off this dude, man. It don't make any sense, man. They keep on catering like shit to Inoue, and ain't nobody buying that shit. I mean, what happened with Bruce Carrington? They was on the couch, him and Keyshawn talking, and he said he's ready for Inoue, and ain't nothing else came from it. But they bringing him over here to fight in Vegas, and Bruce Carrington ain't on them. I mean, you can't move up to 26. Don't nobody want to see you defend your titles, bro. Ain't nobody trying to see that shit right now. They want to see you move up and really start inserting yourself into the solid boxing competition that's there. That's all the US fans want to see. They want to see you fight the solid ones. The ones that's certified right now. That's what they want to see. I mean, yeah, you talk about a Tank fight, but even if Tank was to say he'll meet him 130, will Inoue freaking move up to 130 to fight him? Because here we go again. There'd be so many U.S. boxing fans coming to the aid of freaking Inoue. He don't have to do that. He's a 4-division champion. Tell Tank not to take a knee this time. And goddamn it, make sure Steve Willis isn't the ref. He's a dirty dude. Should have been punished. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you would have had Tank Davis, Inoue fighting after Canelo on a Sunday at T-Mobile, I can see. If you could have put that together, I can see. Okay? Then we talking. But this dude, Ramon Cardenas, no. Stop it, bro. No, let's not do that. That's what they talking about. Bud versus Canelo is going to be on Netflix. That's what they've been talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what they've been chattering about, man. Netflix. I really don't care where the fight is at. Somehow Netflix is becoming a component. You know what I'm saying? A broadcasting component. It's been around for a while now. I mean, a lot of you cats in the chat, you know, you was born off Netflix and chill. You know what I'm saying? You got that phone call. Yeah, hey, is there any way we can meet for lunch? Damn, baby, we were just Netflix and chilling. You know what I'm saying? Several days ago. I know. That's what I want to tell you about. Yeah, I wanted to tell you about that. I think something else is going on with my body. What you mean? I miss my. No, we was Netflix and chilling. No, and then you start playing around and shit. Hey, some of you got kids off Netflix and chilling, dog. So give Netflix this love because Netflix end up being a part of semi baby booming. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you was birthed off the Netflix and chill, sitting around too close to each other, eating junk food for too damn long, and they end up making a freaking baby. But to answer the question, that's what I've been hearing. You feel me? About Canelo and Crawford. I just look at it. I'm just trying to say, like, I want the fight to happen. It seems too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be overly optimistic, man. Come over here talking, with uncertainty. I don't want to. I want to be positive about this shit. It's such a long ways from now. And then the good part about it, we got Canelo Alvarez in between that shit. And it's still like over a month away. A month and a half away, dog. Real, man. It's still a month and a half away from this motherfucker, yo. Damn. Hold on for a second, y'all. All right. Let me check this chat. Is it true that Bud fighting at MGM? Law have mercy. Hey, it's Inoue got that golden ticket. It's what it is. Yeah, he got that golden ticket for sure. And it's really beyond a slap in the face, man. This is not a slap in the face no more. For real. This is continually to say, do you want to go bowling and picking up a bowling ball, while motherfuckers changing their shoes and shit into the bowling shoes, you drop a motherfucking ball on their pinky toe. That's what this shit is. The excitement is there to do something, entertaining. Oh man, let's go bowl. I like that shit. No. They keep on dropping the motherfucking ball on your pinky toe, dog. And then ask you still want to go? I mean, they got that Inoue fight up there. I know we got tickets already. And your toe fucked up. You still want to walk up there? I mean, motherfuckers ain't gonna have the same energy to walk up there. Like the same motivation. I get up there by all means necessary. That's Inoue you talking about. Nah. Fuck that. Nah. Hell no. Dude getting crazy favoritism up this bitch. But Bam is too far down, bro. Bam is not even a bantamweight fighter yet. He's a super flyweight champion right now. You know what I'm saying? He's a super flyweight, bro. He will have to move up 2 divisions. It ain't like Bam ain't been dropped either, but Inoue's been dropped too. He have to go up to 18 and then 22. He say his main deal is to unify the Superfly. That's his main goal right now. That's what Bam said. So, I'm just gonna get that man because Bam been showing out, bro. And Bam should get more recognition than Inoue any given day when it comes to damn opposition. But he's not as popular as this guy they call Monster that's been to Japan. They always gotta damn have a foreign fighter. Like they got Usyk. Usyk isn't enough. No. Let me take that back. Lomachenko. And then Lomachenko and Usyk was really, really best friends. So when Lomachenko lost the belts to Tio, they still kept him on the pound for pound list. Then you had Inoue. They refused to put this man below number 2 for an extended period of time. They refused to do that shit. He can fight literally nobody with any significance, and they'll keep him up there on the pound for pound list. When he got knocked down, Long as he win. Long as he win. If you do a U.S. fighter like that, they get knocked down. Hey, I wasn't planning on having this meeting this Sunday, but I want you all to come in 9 o'clock Sunday morning. We got to talk about this, man. I think it's just time to make an adjustment on this. He was knocked down one time. Yes, he was knocked down one time. I think we got to move him outside the top 5 until he proves himself. You know what I'm saying? When it's a Inoue, man, he can get knocked the fuck down. And they don't even think about anything. Give this man a sponsorship deal at Riyadh season. For what? What has he done? Who is he fault of recognition? God, no. Damn, about to take Texas over. Folks like this name and this performance bring more people. The Mexican fan base gonna have Bam at AT&T. I like Bam Rodriguez, man. You know, one of them fighters has been dropped and came back up like that. That uppercut that he landed. Man, I like Bam's consistency, though, as a fighter. He has very exciting fights. He can box his ass off, too. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I know a boxer should be criticized, you know, when they get knocked down. But some boxers, like Bam, for instance, he get dropped and he comes back and stops his opponent. You know, that should be respected, right? Unless your last name Crawford. They want to predict in their freaking... they want to put it in their AI tools. Let's put up here. Imagine Crawford was knocked down by Gamboa. Let's not say he was hurt. He was knocked down. Can you draft that up in AI, please, and release the video? Can we? Because that's what we really seen. I don't know why the fight was stopped in the 9th round or whatever the case, but Gamboa really dropped him. What about Mean Machine? Yeah, clearly a shot. Clearly dropped him. It wasn't a push. Clearly. Put it in AI. Release the video. They want to put Crawford on AI. You think W said Bam too far down? Think about Inoue. Nah, look, Bam at this point in time is not in the same light, the same halo as Inoue. Inoue is considered to be the monster's 4 division. Bam is a 2 division. All right. Coming from the divisions where Inoue passed, you know, them passed by already. So you're talking about Tank being a real 130 pounder. He weighed in at 133. You know, so truly he's a 130 pound fighter. But at the end of the day, Inoue, you know, the persona that they put on him, he's a monster. That's his name. He's a monster. Which sounds more, you know, intimidating? Monster or Bam? Bam? Ooh. Monster. You know what I mean? What look, hey, come on, help me out, man. What sounds more freaking aggressive and intimidating? Bam? Hey, my name is Bam. Hi, my name is Monster. It's not even close, bro. It's not even close. You know, it's not even close. Look. Hey, who was that? That said I should think about Bam. Also, another part I wanted to say about Bam is, Inoue, is I just want him to face a challenge. Not Bam coming up to fight him. I want him to face a challenge with him moving up and fighting somebody that a bigger stature. Since he's the monster, if you're trying to make your name, if you're trying to solidify your place over here in the U.S., I want to see him move up. Accept a challenge that's really a challenge. That's all. He's the monster, yo. He's the monster. I don't know if y'all seen that video that Chio released on X of him and Devin being on the same row on a plane. Man, all I can do is laugh about that shit, dog. Man, I mean, I want to say it's first class. Yeah, it was first class. I want to believe it was first class. You know, but You know, they was on the plane in the same row, man. Who could have figured? Who could have thought? Anyway, you know, he said, at least I can do something. Use your nose as this, but you know, they was in the same freaking line. Imagine that. They haven't even fought each other yet. You know, two unified champions at lightweight on the same row on the plane. Imagine that shit. Imagine that. Two unified champions. Two division champions in the same row on the plane. Imagine that. Real talk. Imagine that shit, bro. That's crazy. But it's close to 2. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFA game, man. Appreciate y'all as always pulling up and giving your input. I'm not sure if I'm off. I might do something later. I'm not sure if it's gonna be boxing. It's probably gonna be something all boxing, cause you know, it might be do the other pop the balloon or whatever. It just came out. It just dropped. But yeah, y'all hold it down. Continue to support the channel as always. Don't get frustrated with the whole situation with the joint forces and all that. I appreciate you. I'm out. Peace.